Alright, what is going on? This is Lucian Lou from Easy Piano Hacks. Today we are taking a look at Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven for piano. Now with this piece right here, it is the max low arrangement. Super awesome video. You go check it out. Download the sheets from his YouTube page right here. Now, checking this out here, let's take a look the first line. Okay, we'll go line by line and walk through. It's a step-by-step tutorial. Play a little bit at the start. And that's about the first line. So, taking that into account, you know, there's a lot of fun stuff in this version, especially when you get to when you zoom to the solo here. A lot of fun places we can show off the piano, and that's what this one's all about. Let's see, where is this right here? Ah, here it is. So I've written in the fingering. It's really cool stuff, and especially right, and a lot of stuff that we'll be able to play through. It sounds super hard, it might be a little challenging, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's definitely worth it in the long term. So this isn't your average easy piano tutorial. This will be a easy way for us to play a hard piece. So let's start with the top. Okay, let's start with the first line. Get your left hand and 2 and G and 2, right? Counting and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and right and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So chromatic scale. That's what's happening here. And then B, A, A. So positioning your left hand to go on the fifth finger here is what's important. But yeah, over here on the top. So top, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 2, 1, 4, 5, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1. 5 more, 2, 1, 2, and so watching that rhythm, respect this, A, B. So the rhythm here, gotta get that C, hold that C. When you get to here, and 2, and so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. No need to worry about this little guy just yet. Make sure you have this down. 1 and 2, and, right? So 2 beats on the top. Hold that for 1.5 beats. Then go to here. If you need to, I would go throughout this whole piece, writing out, let's say, the fingering that you got down here. This is a 5. Actually, the more important one is this one being a 5. And with this guy right here, it's also the rhythm of this guy. So holding this 2 and 3 and, right? And then this is 4 and, okay? So this one, holding that rhythm just over here, 1 and, so counting these 1 and 2 and 3 before you play this guy on and, right? Then it goes 4 and. Anytime you have trouble with rhythm or you feel like there's something wrong there, you gotta be strict about it with yourself. And then you say, hey, I gotta fix that. And then you play that, you write out the notes, you clap it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? All right, next line, here we go. So figure out those notes. 2 and 1 and. Again, it's the rhythm, right? So this stuff, a way to make sure that's the connection between this guy up here to the next one. So when you have something, ACE is 1, 3, 5, obviously, but when you get to here, I want you to put your fourth finger on the A here, right? A, B, E, C, B. So it'll be 5, 2, 1, and then 4. That's the most important one, being 4, because you need to have room to play 3, 5 up here. So B, 3, 5. Those are the fingers, right? So that'll prepare you for it. So let's go 5 and 3, right? And that's the connection. So work on this connection. And 2, and 5, 2, 1, 4, 5, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1, 4 or 3, and then, or if you want to jump, 1 and 3 is the way to jump. So depends when you want to get ready. You want to get ready right away? I like to get ready right away. 1 and 3, or you can use the alternative. I don't know why I said it like that. 5 and 3 or something, right? 5 and the alternative. So, and 2 and 3 and 4, or 5 and 4. Up to you. I like to get ready, so 1 and 3. So starting from measure 6, right here. Right? And then that positions me. Left hand's gonna be playing 2. So when you play these chords, no splitting chords. None of this. Right? Firm. Press the keys all the way down. Okay? Yeah. So let's go from measure 6. We're going to play through all the way to the end there. Okay, let's go. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So that's the second line. A little slower with the right hand. Here we go. And 2, and 2, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and that's the second line. A little slower for you. Play that back if you need to. Slow motion if you need to. But keep in mind, what you gotta focus on is counting these. Counting these. Make sure 1 and 2 and 3. Right? Making sure that this and 3 is actually a little closer. This one's on and. This is on 4 and. Hold those. Then when you get to here, don't rush these. 1 and 2. This is 2 beats. 2 and 3 and. This is 4 and. Okay? Hold those. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So hold the right hand as it's going. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So write these all out if you need to. I would rather these be the lyrics of your music. Like this is exactly what you need to say. If you need to, are you a visual person? Put these on the page. Write the whole thing out. All right, I'm gonna write the most important ones. You gotta write the whole thing out if you need to. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That brings us to the next bit. This connection is important. So start from here, connected to the 11th bar. So here we go. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. As long as you make it over to the other side, you're fine. Cross the border, right? So go from here. 1, E. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1, right? So a little bit of a left hand. 2, 3, 2, 5, 1, 5, 2, 3. So I would write this in. The most important, this one, 5, 1 is obvious. 2, 3, 2 is here. So 2, 3, 2. And then it goes 5, 1, 5, 4. So 5, 1, 5, 4, right? So 5. I actually use 2 because I have that 1 open in case I need to reach up to stuff. 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 1, 2, right? So 3, 2, 1 is down here. So 3, 2, 1. And then we go 5, 1, 2. Right? No shame in writing this out. It's whatever helps you get to play it. And then when you write it out, you'll know when to play certain things. Here we go. All right, so that brings us to this next line right here. So looking at bar 11, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Now, this right here, lots of chords going on, right? So 2, 3, 5 is what I'm using on the C, E, G, E, and 2. I keep my thumb on these G's and the A's. There's nothing too difficult with that. Just put it in the middle and play it at the same time. So, and 2, E, G. If you need to be able to get these, and 2, and right? Now, if you can't reach the 10th, F sharp to the A, just play the 2 to the, you can even sub in the F sharp up there. Okay? At the end of the day, just get the music, get the song, right? And 2, and 2, and 2, right? Okay, so a little bit of a blocking. Blocking is when you start and stop. Blocking is and 2, and stopped. Blocked that section off. We're gonna go this section first, stop on this beat. This section, stop on this beat. This section, stop on the next beat, right? And 2, and stop. Start, and stop. Right? Okay, so a little bit of a slower. You gotta make sure you get it all in time. If you can't do it like that fast or responsive, you gotta make sure it's all in the same time, whatever time it is, fast or slow, slow preferred. And 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, right? So, if you can do that, that's the goal. Again, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, all fingers things have to be equal. It can't just be fast because you can play it easy. You can't play it fast when it's easy and then slow it down when it's hard. It's not like that. You gotta make sure it's all the same, treat it equal, treat it all at the same time. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right? 2 beats here, 2 beats, 1 beat there, right? 1 beat up here. So hold that. All right, let's continue. Starting from 11. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So see how my fingers caught here because I didn't use the right fingering. I would recommend that for most people. So A, B, C. You kind of lift. The other way is kind of like going like that. I don't like to do that. I like to 5, 4, 5, start again. Because that's easier than going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, all kinds of funky stuff. So go from here, 5, 4, then you go 5 again. 5, 4, 5, 3, 2. Right? 5. As long as you get 5, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 5, 4, 2, 1, 2. Right? So go from there. 5, 4, 2, 1. Now, if you can reach that, go ahead. If it's not going to be convenient, then I'll bring that D all the way up to here. So I would use 3, 2 like that. That means that 3, 2, 2, 3. And then add another 2 here. The rest should be okay for you. So going with that from here. That's one way. The other way. Right? As long as you get to here, that's 1 repetition. Start from the A, B, work your way to here. Chunk at a time. 2 bite brownies. Bite at a time. Again, go. Again, go. If you prefer that, go that way. Keep it to the 5-4, keep it to the 5-4. Right? So that's the next bit. So here we go, a little slower. 5, 4, 5, 4. A, G. Switch up. So this is actually 2. And then this one's 3. Here we go. That's the next place to stop. We build it out from here to here. Then we build it out from here to the next one. Advance yourself in levels. Give yourself some progression, right? So progress your way through. Right? That's the next level. So I'm gonna write this in. Stop here. Level 1. A little smaller. Then you get to here. Level 2. Level 3. Level 4. Level 5. Okay, 5 levels. All the way up to here, which is level 6. This is the boss. Level 6. Because that's when you're home free. So, let's do this. Over and over till you can get that. Then you go. Keep grinding until you can get that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Stop there. Then try it again. Oh, start over. made some mistakes. Go again. Do it all like over and over till you can get the next level. So keep repeating that. I'm gonna play one playthrough that's super slow. You can use for reference. Here we go. Same thing over here. I would use the 5/4 again. So let's change that fingering up. 5/4 double 5/4. So it goes here. And 2 and 5/4, 5/4, 2, 1, 5/4, 2, 1. So there you go, 5/4, 2, 1. It's a little higher because it's the 10th now. I would do 5. Yep, 5, 2, 1, 2. So this one's 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Super slow. Here you go. And 1 E and right. 5 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2. Three E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4. You're home free. Okay, that's the next line. So that's what I'm talking about right there. Now you can choose to go right. I actually noticed something here. That's one way. Right. Yeah, so be careful when you do that. Just be precise about it. Right. Yep. Anyway, that's the levels. Let's continue. Holding these guys for the full value of the notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and this one's 4. 4 E and this one's on Okay, count those. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E 1 E and right 1 E and that's the tricky bit. So this one right here, 1 E and 2 E and right. Hold on, I'll just write the whole 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and okay. Realize like the music is written for the note values to tell you how long it's supposed to be, not the distance on the page. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 So, new things happening. This is the start of a new section right here. So, whoa, lots of stuff going on. I wanted this. Start of a new section right there. This guy, E-N. 1 E-N, 2 E-N, 3. You can do the blocking right here too. Stopping on these, stopping on these. Most importantly, this stuff right here, make sure those are E-N, 2 E-N, 3 E-N, 4 E-N, 1 E-N, 2 E-N, 3, right? So, 1 E-N, 2 E-N, 3, right? So this stuff happens to be a triplet with the 8th notes. So I'd call this one, you gotta go left, right, left. It goes together, left, right, left, together, 1 E-N, 2. You know, might look like it's not together. I'd say it's pretty close. You can go E-N, 2 E-N, 3 E-N, 4. For the sake of this, play it together. It goes left, right, left. So it goes together when all the notes are together. Left is the C. Right hand goes up to right, left. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. Left. Excuse me. Left, right, left. Together, left, right, left. Together. Together, left, right, left. C, D, A. Right? Together, C, D, A. C. Together, left, right, left. Together, B, A. It might take you a while, but it might not. Right? So, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Here we go. And 1. That's the next line. Let's go. Together, same thing. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So making sure at this speed you're still counting it all. 2 and 3 and then this is on 4. So count at all. If you know where you're counting, if you know what beat you need to be on, you are going to be able to know how long to hold things, when to play things. That's the whole point of rhythm, right? Being able to know when and where. 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and 1 and right. So again, I'm gonna write these fingering numbers in 5 4. This one, 5 4 as well. 5 4 5 4. And 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and that's the next line. So this part is this repeat. So refer to the previous. That hopefully that reference counts. This one here, B, C, E. So again, take that D, put it up, and you will solve that 10th problem. B, double 5 4 2 1, and B, F sharp 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I kind of put the 2 4, right? 2 4 3. And then 4 3 2 1 2 1. As long as you get to here and you can play 2 3 1 2, right? 3 4 5, and then this goes 5 1, and then yeah, you'll get it from there. Write this in quickly. 1 is obvious. Drag it up. Okay. So and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 3 and 4, right? And then when you're holding this here, holding for the full value, then preparing for the next notes to come. And 3 and this was 4. So when you're holding it, don't just sit there idly. 1 and 2 and look at the next one. And that's where you got to go. Practice this jump. It'll save you. So any jumps that you have problems with, take a time. Right? Make sure that this is after that. So right there. And 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and right? And with our fingers, we're gonna do 5 4 and then 5 4 again. Okay. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. Next bit. Same stuff. Stuff here together, left, right, left. So I'm not going to go over it again. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 2 and 3. Hold 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E. Left, right, left. Together. 1, 2, 3. So practice this guy going from right here. Practice this going connecting to here. 1 E, left, right, left. Together, right and 2. And this jump. It'll be this jump that you gotta work on. You gotta practice this, being able to. So, the trickiest part, the most awkward feeling part is this one right here, but if you can master it, all you're doing in the right hand, right? And then I like to put my fourth finger here. After I put one there, put my fourth finger here because connects to the next one. I will be using my fourth finger and my first finger here. So that's why. And then when you get to here, this guy is a 5, this guy's a 1. Right, 4. Okay, so and 2 and 3 and left, right, left, together. 1, 2, 4. Right. Okay, and then hold. Okay. Let's go on to the next bit. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4. This is the first time we see in this piece a transition to a lot of 16th notes. So this is crucial for rhythm. If you're not counting, you will mess this up because it becomes 1 E. This is and So 2 E and This is 3 E. And so if you count this, you will get it. I'm gonna drill that because that's what I was drilled into me. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and do this 100 times. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and then just repeat. The faster you can repeat, the more progress you will make. E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and go. And 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and 2, E and. See how it's different? Keep going. 1, E and that's a C. Alright, so if you make that mistake, make sure to highlight that. That's a C. C. Okay? There you go. Can't miss that. And 2, E. See how all this is just that chromatic scale again? And then, right? Whatever. So, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and C and E and E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right E and 2 E and 3 So, making sure that you don't have another hesitation in here. Do this part to here. E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and 1. So, putting this next bit of 2, 3, 3, 3, right? Putting that there. And if you can respect this rhythm, the piece will sound great. If not, then the opposite will happen. I needed a break. I've been talking this whole time. But yeah, so that's it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. What was that? So look here. This is the 16 notes. You gotta count these. You gotta make sure you get it. So this part right here, connected from the from bar 40 is what we want to do. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and go. 1 E and 2 E and rest E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Write this one time for you. It's gonna repeat over and over. It's a good idea to get it. 1 E and then you'll see 2 E, right? 2 E and, right? Whoa. So this is where things, right? 3 E, and then and is where that 16th note comes in. 4 E and It has to all be accounted for in this bar. So it makes more sense to put it up here. That'll help. Okay, so it'll be like this. I'll walk you through it. From bar here, right? Bar 41. 1 E and 2 E and rest E and rest E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. That's what that is. right? So if you can do that, that'll be the way to do it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Take your time with it. One more slow. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and If it helps when you do this, when you look at this piece of music, I'll write these down for you. Line thickness, drop it. So, and is there. Is by itself. Draw these lines anytime you need alignment, right? So that's together. This is on its own. This is actually 2E is on E, right? This is and. This is right? These are together. This one is 3E. This one's on and. See how that works? This is on they're both together on right? 4, 3 and 4 is by itself. This is on E. They're both together on E, right? And then this one's on and. So play your way through it. Your fingers will get it better than you can. You just gotta make sure your fingers do it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Next bit. So connecting that may always connect to the next part. If it's just one chord, that's all that helps. Then connect it. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So don't want to hear. That's too fast. Because if you counted 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and so hold the D. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and respect the rest too. 1 E and 2 E, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E on 3. Lift up for that rest. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right? So I'm gonna draw these in because that's helpful. 1 E and 2 is the rest, right? This guy's on and. This guy's on This one's on E3. This one's on and, right? This one's on 4. This one's on and. That's the way to do it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So don't double play this guy because you have to hold that A over. And 2 E and rest E and rest E rest E 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and That's what it's supposed to sound like. So next bit right here. Oh, were you able to see everything? I hope you were able to see everything. Anyway, so take this grab if you need to. Now, next bit right here, down here. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3. That's the end of a section. See how something new started? That's the end of a section. So let's go. I'm going to take you through the new stuff. You figure out the other stuff on your own. Here we go. So once you finished all this stuff, and E, and 3. Make sure to respect these guys. 1, E, and 2, 2 E, and right, and 3 E, and 4 E, and so the lines will help. Anyways, what if these are helpful? What is helpful? Let me know. If a particular thing stands out to you, that's wow, that's great. Or no, that really sucks. I don't get it. Tell me, so I can know what to focus my time on. So here we go. 4 E, and right. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and now at this point, this is 1, 3, 5, and then right, you're gonna have to take your first finger, put it on A. So first finger, put it on A. I'm gonna move these guys down. What a mess. In any case, you should be able to count, and then you have your own clean version. So. That would not be right because this comes before. This guy comes before. This guy comes up. So it'll be E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and so this stuff right here. Right? 1 E, and 2 E, 2 E, and that's together. These are on their own, right? These are all together, so clear. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and or if you can't reach stuff, right? Okay. Next part. Here we go. 1 and 2. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So this part is where we gotta pay attention. This right here matches, that matches, this one is actually right after. So it's these two are together, this one comes after. So from here we're gonna start and 2 A 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 3 E and is what I mean. So when you get to here, let's do the fingering and the counting. So the fingering says 5 2 1 5. You got to make sure your fifth finger gets to here. So fifth finger gets there. Then your counting goes 3 E and. So 3 E. This one's and right? And then 4 is on where these two start together. 4 E and okay, makes sense. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and it'll be the matching of 4. Jumping that big jump from here down to here. So do some practice. E and E, fifth finger. 1 E and jump down. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. If you can't do this, just do bring the F from here down up to here. Okay. 1 E. Okay. Take it from 52. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. Fifth finger. 3 E. Hold. 4 E and again 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 So take from here, and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E. So let's do the fingering that's required here. Fifth finger on the E, C, right? So a few things happen in 5, 4, 3. So E, A, you're gonna have to cross. So I do a 1 on the A there, and then I put 4 on the 5th on the G there, okay? And then that comes in nice and handy, gets us to that chord. Now left hand, if you're gonna take that out, make sure you remember to put it up here instead, right? So if I'm gonna draw a note, that's the note, okay? All right, that's as good as a note you're gonna get. So E and 1 E and 2 E and now that's the other part where we have to watch out for the rhythm. So this guy right here, same thing, left, right, left. Left is coming up, left. Can't draw a straight line. Coming down and going up, right? And 2 and 3 and 4, right? 1 E and 1 E, left, right, left. Left, right, left. Together. This is slow practice, just like before. 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So this left hand, instead of this awkward 3, 2, 1, maybe do it 5, 2, 1, right? So lift, right? Okay, continue. 1 E, 2 and 3 and 4 and so really respecting the counting here. This is, you gotta count it all. If you have to hold for that long, hold for that long. Because if you don't, that means you want to play it faster. If you play it faster, you can't keep up when you get to stuff that's really fast. You can't do it. So you got to play at the same speed all the way through. And that's where you'll sound really good. Okay, so 2 and 3 and hold it. It won't kill ya. Okay, so let's put it over here. So let's move it down so you can see. Stop playing games. There we go. All right, next line. Connecting from the top here. Always connect 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3. See how I waited for all that time? Because then I would make sure I got this next bit right. If you waited for all that time and you didn't get it right, then that means you got to use that time to look ahead. So 1 and so here we go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and looking for E and 1, right? And you're back to C. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and rest E and 4 E and still counting the same speed here, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1, right? So this, careful. So this one right here, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and I played on the first time the mistake I even made when I started playing this because I thought it would sound really cool, right? So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 accounts for everything. The counting will help you match. So get those. It's all it is just play on the right time. That's just rhythm. Just play on the right time. And counting will help you do that. So if you're not counting, if you can count out loud, that's going to solve a lot of problems. You know, it might seem like a lot that you're doing, multitasking, but if I can do it and tons of other people can do it, you can do it too. Okay, so let's just learn how to do it. 1 E and 2 E and right? You got to make sure you know where every single one is going. 2 E and match those words to your fingers. 1 E, 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and right? So if I was to write the lyrics out for you, right? 1 E, this is on and this is 2. This bottom one is E. This one is and. This one is Then you got, I'm going to write a new line now. 3 E, and this one's on Both these are on 4 E, and not one more, not one less. All of it is here. All the 1, 2, 3s, 4s, and their E and Us. They're 16th notes. Okay, so that should be pretty simple. You got that. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and next page. Here we go. Lots of repeating going on, as you can tell. 1 E, and 2 E, and so the biggest mistakes I see happening. This guy is not being held, so careful, respect that guy. Once you get the rhythm though, you'll be fine. So type 1 E, and this one 2, right? 2 E, this one's on and 3. Okay, so the most important guy right there, and the most important one here, 2 E. Hold for 2 E, please. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and yeah, the other one is super sly. I might as well write it all in. 3 E, 3 E, and right? This one's on 4, and that one's on and. So that means that you gotta play this guy on and this guy on 4, this guy on and. Okay, that makes sense. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and okay, again. 1 E, and rest E, and rest E, and 4 E, and 1. Okay, supposed to hold this guy all the way through. Now 1 E, and rest E, and rest E, and 4 E, and 1, and 2 E, and rest E, and 3 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and 3. So this is where things change up. This is where something is new. So big marker here. This guy right here. So this guy, 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E. So let's break this down for you. 1 is here, right? You got 1 E, three, four, E, and all right, nice and easy. So this guy, 1 is there, 1 E, and then you go play that on and. Then it's 2 E, and right? Now careful, this E goes down all the way there. 2 E, and all this is together. 3 E, and right? 3 E, this one's on and all the way. This is So 4. That's the one that kind of throws people off most. But same thing as before. It's just different notes now. This is on and okay. So 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and whoa, we gotta try that again. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and so it's not that. Oh, I get it. So this guy is actually, I'm gonna mark this in black here because this guy is actually not played again. It's a tie. Tie, you hold that for both values of all the notes tied. So 1 E, two, E, and three, E. 3E, you have to hold here. 3E, and 4, E, and. So, if you ever get stuck on rhythm, stop and pause, then continue counting. As long as you're counting, you kind of stop time, but as long as you know when and where to play it. If you're counting, that's when you can stop. Otherwise, you don't know where you are. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and one more time. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1. Okay, then it goes. Notice how I'm still playing at that same speed. 1, E, and 2, E, and That's the speed you want to continue. You can't just stop and slow down when it's hard and then speed up when it's easy. That's not you. You're here to actually play music that sounds good, not garbage. All right, so let's go. Let's continue. Here we go. So 1, E, and rest, E, and E, and 4, E, and E. So I see that the fingering has changed a little bit. E, and rest, E, and E, and 4, E. I would actually just put the 1 there. So you gotta make a jump. Put the 1 there. Okay. Rest, E, and that left hand's supposed to be held. And then this one here, you gotta shift it back to 3. Okay. Alright, you can do that yourself. E. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E. Familiar, right? And 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E. So this one is where it changes. Just like before, use that pencil here, mark it down. These are all the same. Mark it with red. Right? E, and 2, E, and 3. And just repeat that if you need. Same thing. 1, E, left, right, left. That's 1, E, left, right, left. Now, if you can't reach that 10th, same thing. Lots of 10ths in this one. Just replace it with another D or something, or another B. I like go with B. D, D, go D. So you can't reach that, scratch that out, put it up here. Can't reach that, put a D instead. Okay? 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and that takes you to the next line. So a lot of things repeat. If you get it right the first time, you'll get it right for multiple times in the piece. E, and 2, E, and octave, 2, 1, 4. So octave. Lots of hand separate practice. So octave, 2, 1, 2. This is something you have to practice over and over. Your goal is to get it even. So go slow. Go slow. And even. I don't want to hear. And that's when you know you're wrong. So even, however slow you want it, you can get it to be, to play it even, is the speed you want to get. Right? Just practice that motion. So the fingering is 2, 1, 2. And then octave 2, 1, 2. Same thing. Okay? So circle that. Okay? And then continue. Together. E, and 1, E, left, right, left. Together, 1, right? E, left, right, left. Go. Same thing, right? Take it up if you can't do the 10th. Left, right, left, go. Play the DC. So make sure to play these two guys with this guy right here, right? So all the way through. Right? Except this time, don't do that. B, D, G, it comes down. Get ready to play the chord. You can play 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, right? 2, 3, 5. So 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Right? Hold it and get ready for that. Same thing. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 and A, 4 E. Back to the chords. Here we go. And A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1 E. So 1 E and careful here, right? Because it goes 1 E and A, 2 E and A, rest E and A, 2 E and A, 1 E and 1 E and. Usually that's that 1 and, but this one has to go right away on E. 1 E, it goes and A, 2 E and A, right? So 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3. So don't go off. All right, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and. Right, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Biggest problem, if you're not counting, is this a guy. 1 E and 2 is 2 E, and then and it's okay, but 3 E, this was the one where it starts, and this is 4, and you're not holding for and 4 E, and right? 1 E and 2 E, 2 E is left alone, 1 E and 2 E and together, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and ready, back to the other one, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and there's a little bit longer, E, 4 E and next line, here we go. 1, so 1 E and 2 E and rest E and 3 E and 1 E and. Same thing as this guy. Okay, notice the pattern here. Same exact one. Same exact one. 1 E and we've added some new things in the right hand. Right? So counting this out, this is a 30-second note. There's not 2, but 3 lines here. 1 E and 2 E. So let's count this out on here for you to see. So this guy, 1, this is E, this is and, together on and, this goes 2 together, this is E, and is on the right hand, is on the left hand, 3 is together, E, and is together, is the left hand. This one goes 1, right? You have to play 2 notes there, E with the left hand, and hold on a second, it's 4, 4, 4, E together, and okay, simple. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. So this one you have to play 4 E and it's 4 E and 4 E So it goes 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and do it at that speed. Get to that point where you can play that exactly like I did, evenly. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and all right. If you can't count it and do it, that's the problem. That's why you can't do it. Otherwise, I would have such a huge problem just doing it on its own. I'm just counting, so you got to count it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and all right, work that through. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and this might be tricky too, so we'll write this out. 1 E and with an and there. 2 is on that by its own left hand. 2 E. This goes and with the left hand. 3 is on the both. No, 3 is on the left. 3 E and is together. 4 E and okay. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and so it's double. This is the one that you gotta watch out for because I didn't get it the first time. Okay. 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and that'll be the one that tricks you up. Next line. E and here we go. Starting to hear the melody, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and E and 1 E and 2 and 3. It'll be E and how do I know that? Because I'm counting. No secret, just hard work counting, right? 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so count this out. E and 2 E and together 3 E and right? I would normally hold that, but just to prove a point, 3 left and right 3 E and 4 E and right E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and again 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and when you speed it up 1 E T C T C A G. How satisfying is that? If you can get it right slowly, you can ramp it up to get to that speed, which is what we want to hear because it sounds awesome when you come transition out of that. From here, so 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 1 E. Right, one more time. 1 sight reading. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Right? So cool. So keep working it. Be able to do and 2 E and just because it's slow, it doesn't mean you'll be good at it. And 2 E and I haven't been good at it most of the time. So 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and E, and this is why the basics E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. Carry it through all the way, same speed, right? We're gonna replace that. So 1 E, 2 E and 3 E, 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so careful. Watch this bees. The bees change, so that's why you just gotta stretch that thumb apart. Stretch that thumb down and apart. 1 E and 2 E and. So 2 E, writing this in for you. 1 E and 2 E and is with the 16th note down there. 3. This is E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. Writing these in, the most important ones. And 3 is the 1. E and 4. Okay. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. This one does not come back as EA, it's actually AA again. So careful, watch these guys. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay, next line. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. Same concept as before, so I'm not gonna do this again, but just gonna write these in for you. Right? That's left, right, left. So E A G A F, right? And no hesitations down here. Exactly how you play it. So if you need to play it slow, 1 E, 2 E, and 3, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, A G A E A B C. Make sure to put finger number 3 back online. E and D E and 4 E and, right? I'm almost even thinking just to scratch out the top A instead. So you can give that whatever you want to try. If you can reach the 10th, good for you. 1 E, 1 E and. So that's the one you gotta watch out for. 1 E and 2 E. This is on the 16th note, which is on and. Is together. 3 is whole held. E and E and 4 E and okay. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. It's a reset. So I would A B and then you start on a. So 2 and 3 is in the bottom of fingers. I mean, so 2 is here, 3 is here. So A, B, 2, 3, right? Same thing. And I always leave my 2 here as well, okay? Because you gotta be able to play it. Right? Get ready for the A. Otherwise. you can do that still. It's just, it would be more swift and in your best interest to do that for fast playing. E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and 1, E and same thing as we're seeing before. This guy 1 E right away. 1 E. Okay, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. Right, so now we get some fun stuff to play with. So this guy 1 E, right? These two are together, and this guy's 2 E is together, E is together, E and is held. 3 is together, E and is together. 4 E and is on the left hand. Whoa, hold on a second, we did something wrong. So 1 E and 2 E is together, E and is held. 3 is together, E and is together, is together. 4 E is just far, and there we go. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and if I hadn't counted out, if I hadn't written it in, I would have taken a little bit longer. But I just chose to do that because, you know, you got to account for every single beat, every single note. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so sometimes you don't even know what it sounds like until you've actually even written it out. So if you know what the notes are, you can definitely figure out how long to play them. It's just a matter of doing the work. So I'm going to put this up here so you have a good reference there. 1 E. Actually, that's a bit better because you can get 1 E. This guy's got to go first. So not to write too many lines in here because otherwise you will not be able to tell what is going on. 2 E and 4 is on its own. Right, 4 is on its own. And then E is here. And is together. Is on its own. Okay, held it over. 1 E and 3 E. And I know this is gonna happen, so I'm gonna write it in. 2 E and okay. And is here actually. 3. This is E. This is and 4 E and okay. So it goes 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and isn't that nice? You just know exactly when to play it. Such a wonderful thing to be able to do. So if only 4 E and 4. You can choose not to count, or you can count and have your life just be full of wonderful surprises. 1 E and 2 E and 3. So on 3, this has to lift. 3 E, but on E it has to go right back down. So that's where it's gonna be. You can't process that fast. Slow. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. Didn't get it. Start over. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and just like that. 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, doesn't matter. Figure out what you need to do to be able to play it all evenly. You have to say 1 E and 2 E without going 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and no, it's 1 E and you're a metronome. All right, good. So 1 E and 2 E. Oh, gotta go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and do it a few times, you'll get it. 1 E and rest E and 3 E and 4 E and just like before. Next line. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, rest E and a, 3 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2. Oh, look at that. So another one. Let's do it. 1 E together and a, 2 E and is together. Easy, right? Then we go 3 E. Then you go and is together. Then 4 E and is together. Oh no. Oh no, we did something wrong. So that's why you slow it down. 1 E and 2 E and is together. Good. 3 E. Good. This is and is together. And this is 4. So 4. E and right? So the tricky guy is here because they wrote it like that. And it's the spacing that screws you up sometimes. All right? This is 4. This is on E. This is and. And you hold that all the way. 3 E and. That's going to be trick. So that's the one that throws you off. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E 4. Go again. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so very similar. Right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's what the right hand sounds like. Do that hand separately next time, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. No, it's on and. So because you have to hold 3 E, then play on and. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and it's 4 E, right? And 4 and 4 E. It's like a cuckoo, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so gotta get used to it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and this is a trickier one. I gotta admit. Right, this guy right here, this is gonna be like 100 times before you get it. All right, or even more. So good luck. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. All right, piece of cake. Next one. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. Nice, we're getting fancy now. So this guy right here, this is 2 E, right? I'm not gonna write too much because don't busy the page. But because you get to here, it's 2 E. This is and. This is together. This is 3 E. It's together on E. And this is 4 on the rest there. And is right? So this guy, 3 E, 3 E. This guy's and. Right? This guy's 4 E and. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and so that's what you gotta practice. 3 E and say that out loud. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and slow. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and be able to do that slow, very slowly. All right, this guy is also all right. Next up. And 3 E and 3 E and 4 E and E and 3 E and 4 E and 3 and 1 E and once you get that there, 1 E and 2 E, 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and all right. So make sure you get this guy, which is very simply 1 E and 1 E and 2. So I'm gonna write that then. 1 E and 2. No. This is on 2 already. So 2 E and is on the one here. 3 E and 4 and okay. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and all right, we're getting there. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and so that'll be the one, right? 3 left, right, left. You see that happening? That's gotta be the one here. So 2 is there. Right. 2 is here. 2 E and this is 3. This is E. This is and right? Hold on. 3 E and 4 is there. 4 E and is here. Okay, so 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 3 E and say that 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Always make sure you get to that 4 E and 1. No hesitations between the 2 bars. None of this. That's a fail, so you can't do that. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, right? So let's continue. 1 E and 3 E and 4 E and 4 E. I like that. Back from 105, let's show you how to connect those. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and you'll pick up these rhythms, but just in case, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and is here. 4 is here. E is and is right there. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right. So slow. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and continue. Same thing, just add an octave. So you can do that if you can reach it. Right. I'm gonna go down there, you can. D major chord is all it is. Okay, here we go. This is the part. So D, A, D, you definitely want to be able to do this. This D, A, D is just a D chord, A, right? Get these notes. F major chord, sorry, D major chord, and then this chord right here, G, A with a thumb on both. 2, 5 up here. 1, 2, 4, 5 up here, right? Right? So, get this, ready? right? So do that. Just be able to get transition from the chord to the next chord. Transition up, transition back, transition up. Do that as slow as you want to. Okay. Transition to the next, back to the second one. Let that stay the same. Go from this chord, first chord, to the second chord. Back to the first chord. Back to the second chord. Take as long as you need. To the third chord. Back to the second chord. To the third chord. And eventually you'll get the point where you can. Good. Alright? And you'll be able to know it inside out, backwards. Right? And that's when you can actually put it to the rhythm. So 1E and 2. So and this is a quarter note with a dot. So that means this quarter note is the full 1E and plus a 2E. So 1E and so to and 2E. So it'll be and 2E and it'll be 3E and 4E and so that's why. So let's count these. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 2. So that's why this will start to switch to this guy. 7/8 time. 4/4 time to 7/8 time. We're counting quarter notes, now we're counting eighth notes. So this will become 1 and 2 and 3 and back it up. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and. So it'll sound like E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and. Okay, that'll be what it is. E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and. So, and then we're back to 4/4 time. So, 1E and this is the switch back. 2E and 3E and 4E and Okay, hopefully that's helpful there. Okay. 1E and 2E and 3 is together, right? 1E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and that's gonna be tricky. So this guy right there. Okay. Right there. So this guy, you gotta make sure 2 is there, and is there, is there, E is with that, and is with that, 4 is there. Play on those, and you'll be good. And is there. Okay. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and so fast it sounds like and 2. Nope, gotta go slow. E and 2E and 3E and 4E and so this left hand, do some jumping, right? E and 2E and 3E and 4E. Usually it's just these guys you gotta watch out for. 3 E and it's like right after it. E and that's why it's quickest. All right, that's why we count. 1 E and 2 E and nope. 1 E and 2. 1 E and 2E and 3E and 4E and gets to the point where you got these notes down, then you figure out that. So E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and same thing. So rhythm is crucial to this piece. If you don't have it, you'll learn it through this piece. So 2E and 3 E. This is and 4. Oh no, I messed up. Do it again. 1 E and it's good. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right. E and 2 E and so mark these down for your visual. On 2, on and, on E, on and, on 4, on and. Do this for yourself. Whenever you have a trouble, you do that. Got it? E and 2 E and so that would be wrong. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so that's why it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and I don't know how you're gonna get through this if you don't count. So that is like 1,000 times. So, good luck. You're doing it less? Let me know in the comments. All right, 1,000 X. Good for you. So, you have to learn tons. All right, same thing. See how this is exactly the same as the above? Right? Same thing. So, it'll pay off. Right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and that's why we count, so we don't rush. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and because this is 7 8 times. 7 beats in a bar, 8th note gets the beat. That's why we count this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, right? So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and E and 2. So good. Same thing, I'm not going to write it again. Then this guy is the same, except you just have to play an extra note. This B, this G down here. But you play this, it's knocked out. So it's crossed. This is the same thing. So you don't have to worry about this. I would just cancel. Actually, I'll let the right hand play that. Don't worry about these guys, okay? Because it's just the same note being played. Okay, so E and 2 E. So keep your left hand down here. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. Right, so this one switches it up. It's actually new now. So it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. Nope. Oh, it is because it's 5/4 time. So 5/4 time, 5 beats in a bar. That would mean this. It's worthy of a note. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5 E and right? Never seen that before? Then there you go. 1 E and 2 E. So 2 E hold and That's why this guy is short, right? So count that. E and 2 E and 3 E and. So E and. Let's just write these in for you. That's probably more helpful. And for E and it's together. Is together, right? No, you're home free from there on. That's easy. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5 E and Here's the fun part. This stuff right here. Use your fingers. 3, 4, 5. That's what we're gonna do here. So. Yeah, hold on, let me just play this back so it gets you excited. So here, this is the way the solo starts. And 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2. See, that's why you still gotta count. Even, you can't sight read that fast. Gotta slow it down. Most people, we're just sight reading when we're reading, right? When we're learning. So you gotta slow it down, even for myself. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E. Nope. And 2 E and 1 and 2 and yeah. Yes, because it's it's right after. Yes, I like that. Sounds good, that's why. Right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and yeah. So this is a tricky bit. This guy right here, with everything else being equal that you can fix yourself. This might be the one that it tripped me up a few times and I still haven't fixed it yet. So this guy's together there. This guy's on its own. So that's why. And this guy right here comes after. So that means that 1 E and 2 E and So make sure to play these guys together. 1 E and 2 E and that's wrong. E and that's right. E and so 4 E and let's zoom in. Not that far. So E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right? Let's write this in for you. Come on. And 2 E and 3 E and it's together there. This is 4 E and that's what that is. E and 2 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that'll be the switch. So this here, you have to get used to this. So left hand, I would suggest working on just over and over. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and to say that. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Do that, be able to say that, play that. That's when you're able to put it together. Otherwise, you're going to have such a hard time. It's never going to come together. So, put it together like the glue. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. So that's the next bit. But let's write this whole thing in because it can be confusing at first. But if you count, like I'm going to say over and over, if you count, it'll be so clear in your head. And especially if you got to receive that rhythm training, this is it right here. This is it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. See, this is all I did when I was learning theory. I just named the rhythms and understood every single one, and I got things wrong and I got things right. You're not going to be able to get this right the first time. So you might as well start with something. You're playing something that you like, then make sure to use this advantage to learn the rhythm. So the opportunity here to learn the rhythm. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. All three of these match up with the F there. That's how you play this. So I'm going to write this down as a special guy because this guy has to go with the F. That guy has to go with the F. All on and. All three have to go on and, on the F. So it's and 2 E and 3 E and. Think. Just do that first if you need to. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E 3 E and. Shift that over. Because this guy, use a different color. E goes down. Goes 3 goes up. So that'll be E and 2 E and 3. That's the one you gotta work on. Right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right? Then you get it to here. E and 3 E and right? So lots of things going on here. It's gonna be a so right, that's the tricky one. I'm gonna write, there's a lot of red in the page, so I'm gonna switch that. So C, A, right, C, A. So let's switch it back now to the text. Text has gotta be red. Come on, like, okay. Simple. Here is where it starts. Is where that goes on the left hand. 3. E and is where it's come together. Is where that one is. 4 is here. So try this exercise at home. This is something you can try at home. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and break it down. Real simple, right? E and 2 E and 3 E hear me emphasize these over and over. I've never said 1, 2, 3, 4 in E's and Ands more than anything in my life. E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and 1, E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and 1, E and 2, E and 3, E and 4, and 1, and 2, E and that's the next pit. So notice how this guy, we got it because we knew when to play the notes with the blue marks in there. And to E. This is on and together there. This is 3. E is there and 4. E and do this exercise at home. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Now that F overlaps with this F here, so I just recommend canceling that guy out and just playing the C. Okay, next point. So follow the fingering here because it's a little weird, but it's not weird at all. It's just amazing. So take your thumb under. Right. So right hand on its own. 1, 2, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2. Count this. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and Make sure it's 1 E and 2 E. Everything being equal, you gotta make sure all those are accounted for. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 3 E and Amazing. Love this part. Because it fast is I can't do it yet. See, that's what most people sound like when they try this the first time, and don't play it slowly. So I'm putting in the reps, not gonna get it right. So it's a merit based. Gotta put in the reps. Different color for you. 1 E and crucial. Just hold it a little longer. Just hold it for as long as the note value is supposed to be. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and is here with this 16th note. Is together. 3, that's held. E is on the 16th note, and it goes 4 E and okay, so it goes 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and so lots of just really get to understand how to do that. You don't need to know how to do it. Just do it over and over till you can do it. So it's a practical thing. Anyway, so 1 E and 3 E and 3 E and I realized I said 3 twice. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and for the folks at home, here we go, a little slower. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 that's the next part. So this one, keep these even. Accent that C. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so. Yep, so the key to get this one right here is a little bit more trickier. So, this guy. Just before the C there. Like exactly. Like I'm talking about, it's not together. So, this guy is completely different from this guy. Okay. Icy hot. Remember, left, right, left. So this one's right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right. But it's super fast when you play it at regular speed. But if you slow it down, it's easy. That's all it is. So that's what it sounds like. Give you an idea. Now count it. 1, 2. So 1, da 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 da. So, this one, slow it down. 1 triplet, trip left right left, trip right left right, triplet. So 1 1 E right left right. So 1 right left right, right left right. So this one I'm going to give you a match. This guy definitely matches here. Definitely matches there. This one's in between. You're gonna have to really give you color coded, eh? Going up. Right in between. Right in between. So it becomes triplet. E D A C. E D A C A C together. E D A C A. That's matched. So it's together. Right, right, left, right, together. Same thing here. In between those. Then this guy comes in, is like together. So together, right, right, left, right, together, together, right, right, left, right, together. Together on the EB here. So let's count this. Together, right, right, left, right, right, together. I'm gonna say the names. C, E, D, A, C, A, C, E, D, A, C, A, C, E, D, A. That's a G now. E, D, G, C, A, C, E, D, G, C, A, C, E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, F, C, C, E, D, F, C, A, C. Okay, so this one, F, right? E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, F, C. It's the same thing. E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, F, C, A, C. So this part actually gets a little bit different. That's together. This guy is after. This guy, the one here, is before. Just like before. Come on, don't be like that. All right, why not? Okay. Work with me here. So. That's the key. Right, left, right, A, C. E, right, left, right, A, C. Right. Yeah. So, left hand's got that. So. Yeah, so if you really think about it, that's when you gotta come together. That's what you gotta worry about for that. That guy's there. So, if you put it together, it'll sound like. So, slow it down. Right, left, right, A, C. Right, right, left, right, A. Together. C. Together. Right, left, right, A. Together. Right, right, left, right. Right, left, right. Right, so a little bit tricky. One. Right, right, left, right, A, C. Right, right, left, right, A. Together. Right? See, that's one pause there. So pause there and then continue. You gotta be able to. Let's take you through the practice process. Yes. This guy is to be together. That's the trick. Because if you do, you're used to stopping on here. This is level 1. You stop here. Right? Right, left, right, A, C. You stop there. Then you go. Start from there. You gotta come back and hit another C, E, A to match this A. That's the next level. So, stop here, level 1. Go again. Continue this time. That's wrong because this SEA has to come in before this guy comes in. This guy's on its own, right? So, It's a bit drastic. So here we go. Together. That's where you gotta stop. So from the start of 127. Start from 127 again. That's right, right? Right, left, right, A, C. Go again. Right, left, right, A, C. Go. 1. Right, left, right, A, C. Slower. Right, left, right, A, C. Right, 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 left, right. So I'm gonna say the right when I have to do the right, left, right. So it's only 3. I can't space any more than that. 1. Right, left, right, A, C. Right, left, right, A. That's where you gotta stop now. Right, left, together on 127. Right, left, right, A, together. Right, left, right, A. That's together now. So C, A. That's what you gotta do. We're getting there. Right, left, right, A, C. Right, left, right, A. That's where you gotta go. E. So together from 127. Right, left, right, A, C. E, right, left, so E, right, left, right, A, C. E, right, left, right, A. Together. Okay, good. Now we gotta go. Gotta get to this next level. It's when it gets together again. We always stop on when it gets together. Okay. That's where you gotta stop. That's all it is. Right? All we're doing is playing from here to here. If you count that, that's... And then you can go to the next one, which is here. So it goes. So 1. So it goes 1, E, D, C, A, C, E. Yep, that's right. So. So this is probably the trickiest part of the piece. This right here to here. Okay, because it goes. So from 127. That's wrong, because it has to match on A. Together, D, F, C, A. Together, E, D, F, C. Together, C, E. Together, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. Right? So it goes together, E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C. Go, C, E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. So, again, E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, F, C, A, C, E. Yes. Together, E, D, F, C, A, C. Together, E, D, F, C. Together, C, E, D, F, C, A. Together, E, D, F, C, A, C. Yep. Together, E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, G, C, A. Yep. Together, E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, G, C, A, C. Ha 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 ha. Lots of work, eh? Nope. Yep. So the best way. Yep, so just write this one in and you'll be okay. There it is. So we're getting there. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, G, C, A, C. There it is. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, G. No. This one is the one you gotta get fast with, right? So, as long as you can get to here, this is the star. Okay, this is where you want to get to. Stop there, you're okay. Again. Stop there. Nope. That's where you gotta stop. Yep. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A. So slow. C, E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A. That's where you gotta stop. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, G, C, A. Right? See how that C, E, D, C, A, C kept going over and over? Same thing, even. E, D, F, C, A, C. 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 Really having the... Being able to jump between these two is crucial to playing this before you start. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E is to get this one now. C, E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E. So E is where you're gonna start now. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, F, C, A. A, C. E, D, F, C, A, C. E, D, G, C, A, C. Right? So the next bit after you master these is to get this guy one at a time, right? So go again. Again, one. There we go. E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, G, C, A. Yeah, almost mandatory to say the names of the notes. 1, E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, F, C, A, C, E, D, G, C, A, C. Holy moly. Wow. Getting there. Put it together. Look at that. All right, so as you can see, I have changed clothes. It is another day. So coming back to this, it took a long time to make that up to here, this stairway to heaven. So this part right here, yeah, getting this just requires, I think, obviously requires a bit of repetition, but getting this requires knowing that your right hand separate and your left hand separate are good to go. So if I'm going to start over here and I'm going to play right hand separately, just to check it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's counting these guys right here. These guys are counting 1, E, and A. So in between these three, it's E and. So 1, E, and A. As long as you make A, and these are even, 1, E, and 2, E, and a 3, E, and a 4, E, and a. So 1, E, and a 2. 2, 1, E, and a 2, E, and a 3, E, and a 4. E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4. So I'm counting in between these E ands, right? 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4. So I'm not counting with the EDs like E and it's because 1, E and a 2. 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, and E and it has to be even as well. So lots of polyrhythms, which means multiple rhythms at the same time. So to put this together, looking at starting from here, we're gonna go 1, E and a 2, 1, E, right? 1, because left hand has to sound like 1 and 2, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 1 and 2, E and a 3, E and a 3, E and a 1, E and a, right? And you can't match it like that. So it has to be 1. So it has to, so this last one over here, this is the trickiest one of them all. But if you take it slow and really just jam it out, repetition, you have to keep making tries, keep making attempts, and don't judge yourself for those mistakes. Yeah, you have to be on there. So it's together, right, left, together, 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 together there, together here, right? So stopping on the places where they play together has been most helpful, but requires a lot of brute force. It requires, just like anything in piano, it just requires a lot of repetition. I'm still kind of jagged with it, right? But you listen to the left hand, has to be. That's the rhythm. So you can kind of try to just listen to one of them and then keep this right hand. And you just kind of nail it that way, right? Because if you let that right hand get a pattern going and play it separately. Just focus on both of them separately, playing the rhythms that they should be. 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and O, right? Yeah, right. That's pretty close. It's a little... Yeah, getting it down to the even slower. Yeah. Yeah. Together. Yeah. Yeah, just letting that weight. Yeah, so don't match it up, so. Yeah, a little bit of a rush. Yeah, so that will take care of it. I'm going to keep working on this too. So if we take it from the previous 124 right here and play it all the way through, let's hear what it sounds like, okay? So let's just get it like that. Here we go. 3 E, so 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. Oh, this is a good point right here. So the connection between these two. 1 E and that means that 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3. So you have to make sure that it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and yeah, that's the speed. So that means that 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E, 2 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Yeah, 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. So 1 and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 4 E and 2 E. Yeah, so E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. So that's the next bit. So I highly suggest counting this. If you can't count this, I'm having trouble with it. If you can't count it, I don't know how you're going to be able to do it. So you count or you're not going to be able to do it. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E, 1 E and 2 and 3 E. So E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 1 and 1 E and 2 1 E and 2 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 3 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2. One E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E 1 E and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yep. Okay. So I think what's most helpful after figuring this out is counting the main beats and then using your ear to figure out the 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. And then you get the left hand, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and then playing at the same speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Yeah, so obviously still needs work. Good luck. So carrying on, we're gonna keep going. So 1, right after you get out of that, it's 1. Hey, so 1, E and 4, E and 1, E and so this is right away. It's very sudden. E and 1. So at the top of this bar right there, right? So we're going right. Use the fingering there. It's really literally left hand has to be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and it's like a 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and it's very satisfying once you're able to get it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and if you don't count, you won't get it. So here we go. So 1 E and 2 E. Yeah, so this is the main theme. And 2 E. So counting this. And 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2. Yeah, 1 E and 2 E and 3. No, 1 E and 2 E and 3. Hold that. 1 E and 2 E and 3. Nope. 1 E and 2 E and 3. Nope. 1 E and 2 E and 3. Oh, you have to hold 3 E and 3 E. Oh, yeah. Okay. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and yep. So E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3. So take it from here and chord E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2. Oh, okay, so this one right here is gonna be fun. 1 E and 2 E and 3. So you gotta hold this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right. I see it's actually so 1 E and 2 E and 3. Nope. E 2 E and 3 E and 4. This crosses over, and the A is in the middle with the left hand. All right, sure. E. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and all right then. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and E and 1 E and 3 E and 4 E E and 2 E and 3 E and E and 1. Yeah. Yeah, this is the right. Yep. Nope. We gotta go 1 E. Yeah. So 1 E. Yeah. So remember that 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 1 E. Yeah, because it got to match the C, right? So this one is actually 1 E and 2 E. So 1 E and is here. And E and I don't even know. So 1 E and yeah, my suggestion is to actually go play it slow, but also adjust. No. Understand where to align the notes first. So then go. So 1 E, 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and be able to do that. And 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and then slow it down. E, 2 E, and so 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4, and 1 E, and 1 E. Because you'd be able to and 1. So align the F and the C down here with a chord on the E. Right hand E, left hand F, C, F. Just do that. E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. 1 and a 2 and a 3 E. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. No. Every time you hit the C up here, you gotta make sure to play the F down there, and then let the 1. So split these up into 3s. I got it. So do this. Split these into 3s. 1, 2, 3. And every time you see that, you gotta play the F. Every time you see that, you gotta play the E. And then there's no other trick than just playing it over and over. And then counting these. So 1 E and so that means and we'll have and and so you have to say to yourself 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E. We didn't screw it up. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's how you do it. So I'm gonna write this in for you. 1. This is E. This is and. So you have to play 2 notes on those, right? That's the 32nd note. All right, half the value of a 16th note. Nope, that's wrong. This is E. This is and. 3 E and on that last one. Then 4. And don't rush these guys, even though they're compact. Right? So here we count it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's how you tackle it. So get to that point. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. I played an extra F. Do it again. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. Do it over and over. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. And faster now. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. It just makes so much more sense when you can align it. Write out the counting. Write out the counting and count it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and go. 1 E and 2 E and no A and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and E and 2 E and 3 See how I'm playing too fast for my counting? That means that my mind doesn't actually know what my hands are playing. There's a no sync there. That means I gotta go slower. If you're always playing super fast, that you're always screwing up and you don't know why, it's because your mind is not connected to what your hands and fingers are supposed to be doing. You got to be able to count and know exactly on which beat you are on. Otherwise, you don't know what the hell you're playing. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E, and we're connected again because I played it slower. This is a speed that I'm able to work at, that I understand. That's the speed that you are practicing at. And as you do more and more repetitions, your fingers get to know what they're doing, and then your mind has to use less work, then you can play faster and faster. That's how we do things here. We can't build a house on some wet cement. It has to let time for the concrete to be, I don't even build things, but that's just the analogy. You have to let it solidify. 1 E and, so 1 E, no, 1 E and 2 E and 3, no, 1 E and, no, and then you always got to check. You can try it. With houses, you probably can't. You have to wait till it solidifies. For this, you got to really just test it, see if you can do it. If you can't do it, it's too fast, then go slow down. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E. Sometimes you gotta try it, see if you can do it. E and 2 E and 3, no. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. There you go again. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and go. E and 2 E and 3 and no. E, no. E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and no. 1 E and 2 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E go. 1 E and 2. No. Yeah, you gotta stop it at 1. So, counting the main beats. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, no, E, no, we gotta count the whole thing. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, 3, E, and 4, 3, 3, E, and 4, 3, E, and 4, 3, E, 3, and 3, E, 3, E, and 4, 3, E. So just fix the part you gotta fix. 3 E, 3 E, E, 3 E, 3 E, and 4, 3 E, and 4, 3 E, 4, 3 E, and 4, 3 E, and 4, 3 E, and 4, 3 E, 3 E, and 4, 3 E, and 4, 3 E, and 4. It's much more about counting it than it is about really playing it. You have to do it all. E and 4, 3 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 E and 4 E and E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E. That's how we fix it. And 2 E and no 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2. So alright, let's connect it. So here we go from the top. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E. Yeah, okay. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E. I said, yeah, all those sharps there. So, and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E. So go again, 1E and 2E, 3E and 4E and 1E. E and 3E and 4E and 1E. 2E and 3E and E and 1E. Yeah, 1E. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E. So you see how even though we've done so many repetitions, we're able to do it isolated. That doesn't mean that we're able to put it together with the previous. So we got to go to this bar right here, this bar right there, right, and connect it to the next one. So E and 3E and 4E and 1E and no, 1E and 2E and 3E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2. Yeah, 1E and 2E and that's the speed. So 1E and 2E and 3, 1E and 2E and 3 and 4E and go. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2. 1E and 2. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E. Yeah, that feels weird. E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E. 1E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4. 1E and 2E and 3E and no, we did the extra one. E and 2E and 3E and 4E and go again. And 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and da. Okay, probably the two hardest parts in this piece. And that was it. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 1E. Yeah, so you saw right before your eyes. I nailed this together, and it still requires some solidifying, but 1E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E. If you can't count it, you can't do it. I don't even want to talk to you if you can't count it. So, just kidding. Just make sure to count. 1E and 1E and 2E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and so this will be a breeze after you figure that out. So anyway, 1E and 2. So we're looking at here right there. 1E and 2E and no 1E and 2E and E and 4E and E, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and yep, counting is absolutely mandatory. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and E and 2E and 3E and 4E and so this one, 1E and 1 is here, and 2E and as an exercise, you write this in yourself. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E, 2E and so it actually switches. Yep, 1E and 2. So 1E and 2 and 3. So 3E and 4E. Okay, so 1E and 2 and 3E and 4E and 1E and 1, 3, E, and. That'll be tricky. The tricky parts are here. So E, that one's up on its own. This guy's there, but this doesn't get played again. So it goes 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. But you gotta come back here and match it on this one. That's the trick. 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and see how that was E and jump together now. Together is where you gotta go. 1 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's a section on its own. This one to here. This guy to there. Good luck. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and together. And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and next 1 E and 2 E and yeah. So 1 E and 2 E and yep. So this takes advantage of the 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E. Yeah, so really got to count these out. Togethers are here. This one right away. This one's fast. So this one jumps right next to that. Count this out. Yeah. So counting exercise. If you can't count it right away in your head, you got to write it down. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so this one right here 4 E and so 4 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's right 1 E 4 E and 2 1 E, yeah. So this one held. Okay, remember the tie. And then it goes 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So this will be a slow 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and yep, so here it goes again. E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. Now, yeah, so connect it from this portion right here. This is the same thing as this to here. It's the same thing. Okay. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E. So hold that BGB. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. This is on and with the F. This is on that together. So this is on 1 E and the and right there. This is on 1 E and the same thing, the and right there. This is 2 E. This is on E right there. 1 E, 1 E and 1. So practice this, hold that. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and no other way, just to brute force, slow. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. Yeah, so this one, count this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. No, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and yeah, I'll write that out for you. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and then 4 is on there. 4E and a. Good job. Self-congratulatory. 1E and a, 2E and a. That's not very clear, is it? 1E and a, 2 E and a. 3 is there. E and a. 4 is there. Okay. 1E. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E. Say it with me. 1 and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4. Yeah. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1. So a lot of these held BDBs and BGBs, they're here, so hold them. 1E and a, 2E and a. So we're gonna scroll down so you can see. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3. No. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and hold. And then transition to the next. Scroll it, damn it. 1E. Yep. 1E and a, 2E and a. No. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4. Same thing. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4 and yeah, da 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 da. So yeah, so 1E and a, 2E and gotta jump up. A to ECE. E and a, 2E. Right? 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E. 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a. Yeah, so they changed it on you. Over here, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E. Now 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E. E, that's not E, E and a, 3E and E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and yep. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E. It'll feel weird when you play that A, but you gotta hold it. So E and do that. 1E and 1E and it'll feel weird because you're used to playing one like that, where you play these two together, but it's actually hold E. Play the chord in the right hand first with the F single on its own, and then the comes in. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E. 1E and 2E and 3E. Yep. 1E and 2 and 3E and 4. 1E and 2E. Something screwed up. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and yeah. So, you know, I'm not expecting you to be able to play this, anybody, but hopefully this is helpful in the way that you understand this is a case study for counting. Definitely for counting. If you don't count, you won't be able to play it. Play it well. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E. And I mean counting out loud. Counting in your head doesn't count because nobody does that. No, I don't do that. So counting out loud. E and 2E and 3E and 4E and if you want to, not count and get along, then maybe pick an easier piece because this piece requires it. And challenge anybody to do this without counting. And if you can do it without counting, you probably counted before and you just chose not to count like this. So you go. And it's not just because I like counting, it's just because it's necessary. If you it's like 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 3 E and 4 E E and 1. Let's see, that wasn't even right counting. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and E and 3 E and 4 E and yeah, okay. So it goes. We're going from here, this guy right there, right? So onto the next bar, it goes 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and you gotta hold that, right? And then 8 and 2 E and 4 E and yeah. Now it goes E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. Yeah, 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 3. That'll feel weird too because you gotta go 1 E and. So 1 E and 1 E and. That's playing 1 E and 1 E and they go and 1 E and because the right hand's holding or the left hand's going 16ths, right? And then the left hand switches to holding and the right hand goes, right? That's what happened there. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 1 E and 4 E and all right, let's keep going. 1 E. So that's held. 1 E and 2. Yeah. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. Yeah. So this one kind of weird, right? It looks weird. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and that was 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 and yeah, it's just going chords now. 1 E and 2 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 3. You gotta go 3 4 5 3 4 5. That'll be a stretch. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. No, not too early. And 2 E and 3 E and hold that and then get ready to play it all together. That's what it is. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Yeah, so the key is not to play these, the grace notes too early. Don't play these guys too early here, okay? This is all on the same time as that. So all the same time as that guy. All the same time. Okay, that's on that. So, and 2 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4, all of it, just a little bit before E and 1 E and so 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E. So good luck with that one. This is sometimes I think these custom arrangements, they're not like written by the person to play it. They just write it for some reason. But yeah, So it comes down to here with the ending. If you can, you can't see it. So I'm gonna move this up then. So you can see it now. So same thing. E and a E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and don't think it's all that necessary really. It's written by a person, can be changed. It's an arrangement. So good luck.